Hello and welcome to another episode of the Just Go Watch podcast. This week we're entering the mysterious mind of M. Night Shyamalan with Trap.
Shyamalan.
Is that the
Shimon.
proper pronunciation?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the.
Okay,
I looked
all
it
right.
up. I looked it up before.
I think according to Scrubs, it's pronounced Manite, not M Night.
All right.
M. Night. I thought it was M. Night.
It's Manite. Isn't it M Night? No, it's Manite.
Midnight.
I actually saw his name as well. I thought it should be Shyamalan, but it's not. M.
Right,
Night.
listen.
I'm gonna forget how I've pronounced it now.
Listen. Listen. I'm gonna call him M Night Shyamalan, and he's gonna he'll sit there and
He'll
like
be
it,
fine
as
with
far as
it.
I'm concerned.
Yes.
Shyamalan?
As far as I'm concerned. Except at
Except-
the very end, I'll change it and call him Shyamalan, and that'll be the twist. That'll be the twist.
There's always a twist, except when there isn't.
Except
a
when
twist,
it's not.
and
Oh,
everything is exactly how you might expect it to go. But that's got no bearing on what's
No,
about
there
to
was-
happen here.
There was a major twist in this movie. Major twist that I'll get to.
Yeah. So welcome back, listeners, welcome back, viewers. If you are on YouTube, hello, give us a like, give us a subscribe. If you're on
Yes.
podcasts, MP, what are you gonna do?
Well, you're gonna like, subscribe, follow, all that fun stuff. You're also gonna go on to Instagram and Twitter/X. Follow us on at Just Go Watch Pod, and keep up with us. You can go and compliment Deej on the fantastic artwork that he has done, inspired by Warhammer. And every time I see it, I get a little bit of a Warhammer myself. Also, we're going to try something a little different. If you go to one of our podcasting services, Apple or Spotify, whichever, give us a 5-star review, screenshot it, DM us, and we'll get in touch with you, and we'll send you out some Just Go Watch swag. Is that something kids still say nowadays?
I believe
Yeah.
so.
This is good. I might do it myself because I don't even know what we're sending. I don't even know what it is.
It could be anything from a sticker or a refrigerator magnet all the way up to the official Just Go Watch Ferrari.
You might even get one of us
Oh,
turn up.
never know.
You might even
You
get
never know.
one of us might turn up on your door and just be like,
I'll turn
"Yeah,
up. I'll turn up.
I'm yours now."
100%. I'll be
Yeah,
there.
actually, that could lead into.
That's
some
how I got on
I'll
the
be
show.
there. Waiting in the closet
situations.
till you sleep.
That is how you got on the show, MP.
That is exactly how
That
I
is.
got on the show. I just kept showing up, and eventually they felt sorry for me and were like, "Here,
A man can only
here's my
leave so
microphone."
many 5-star reviews before he gets invited onto the show. That could be you next.
That could be you next.
Yep. Hatch is on the way out. People have known that for a while. We're going to need a third soon.
You never know when the
don't.
next
look,
pudding-induced
I'm here now.
tragedy
I'm here
will
now.
hit.
If memory serves, I wasn't supposed to be here, and yet here I am doing
Yeah,
that.
there you are.
Doing that for the
There you
podcast, and
are.
that's going to be the narrative. The narrative here is that I've made it work, not a happenstance that has led to me being here.
That is
Absolutely
the
not.
episode
give it
that
to you.
will not be recorded.
I'll give it to you.
Yeah, the views on YouTube continue to go up with people continually thinking that A Quiet Place Day One. I've even changed. I've said review is the first word now. They keep going up. We're almost ratioed. We're at 50-50. Stop it! It's not our fault.
It's not our
Just check
fault.
us out. Just check us out on YouTube. Where and tell your friends. And do you know what? If you're one of these people that listens, that has clicked on our podcast, and you know where this is going. But if you're one of these people that's clicked on the podcast on YouTube, thinking it was the actual review, let me say a few things to you. For one, you're trying to pirate. Yeah, it's a disgrace. The movie industry needs your help. But secondly, don't then give us a dislike, because I'll tell you what I hope happens to you because you did that. I hope that all the bad things in life happen to you and only you. And I hope that one day you're walking down the street, right? And what is it? This is really subtle, this one. I hope you catch a glimpse of yourself in the mirror, right? And you see yourself and you just think, I'm actually not a good looking person. And I hope you go home and that really ruins your day. That's what I hope happens to you. Your day's really ruined by the ugly, sour puss of your face that has been corrupted by the demonic possession of your unliking of the Just Go Watch pod. That's what I hope happens to you.
Do you know what? I think you've been spending way too much time around with me, mate, because that was one of my stories there. Jesus. Sorry
my
about
bad. My bad.
Cool.
My bad. My bad.
I went
I
on.
just get angry.
I
I
went
just get
on.
angry.
You need to get that out now if you're going to do this plot
All right,
summary.
sorry.
Not yet,
I just
not
get
yet.
angry at these people that
Not yet.
like come
Yeah.
onto our pod, see our channel, and give us dislikes because of their stupidness. How dare
At
they?
least my
WID
ranting
will
is
strike down with furious anger and vengeance
my
upon
ranting
the.
is fast paced and in a hurry. Am I right, MP?
Yeah, but your
Yes, it
rants
is.
sometimes don't have actual vengeance behind them. Whereas I do hope these bad things happen to these people.
Yeah, for me it's never just words. I'm just too nice a person.
No.
And not at
Yeah,
all
no.
like the main character in this movie.
No.
Anyway, so directed by M. Night Shyamalan. Yeah, just come out this weekend. We are a little bit late on the review, but hey, what's a couple of days between listeners / viewers? Runtime of 105 minutes with a budget of
30 million. And I'm gonna say, if you're gonna ask me about the gross of it, I'm gonna say,
whoa. You're doing both in it straight off the bat, are you?
all right, my bad.
I mean, you can do that. It's anything to speed things up, right?
I'm just gonna say, we're about the same. No, a bit more actually. I mean, people like these films. 50 million.
Okay.
All right, I'll go 50 million for the budget and 25 for the gross.
Oh, Deej gets both because the budget is 30 million
Ah.
dead.
Oh,
This was 45.3 million.
And you shall know him for his predictions. Shall be accurate. Hatch, come on, acknowledge me.
This is probably
acknowledge me.
that is good. That is good because, in fairness, this movie, like, there's a lot of people in it. You might not think, there's a lot going on.
Acknowledge me as your tribal chief.
I
Acknowledge
don't
me.
know if I'll go that far.
Acknowledge me as the Mahdi of the Pod Nation.
I don't know. I don't know
Mawadi.
if I can go that far yet. All right, so that's the budget.
He
and
will be
box office.
converted one day. One day.
Yeah,
He will
what a sumptuous dish that will be if I actually do, because you'll have worked so hard for it.
Yeah. What more can a man do?
All right, so yeah, that's the budget and box office. Let's get on with the plot summary then, boy.
Yeah, I've ranted too long before, incoherently, so I have to apologize for that, and I'll make up for it now with this stonking plot review. Josh Hartnett and his daughter are at a concert for Lady Raven. Turns out Josh Hartnett is a serial killer who's been called the Butcher, who's been killing loads of people for a while now. The police have cottoned on to the fact he may be at this concert and surrounded it. There is no escape for him. However, somehow he manages to escape by blackmailing Lady Raven by saying he can keep one of the people alive if she leaves with him. She does leave with him, goes back to his house, ultimately outs him to the whole world as the killer. The net closes in on him, and pretty soon he is done for. And that is the plot. And there we go. There we go.
Nice.
That is it.
Very nice.
I don't know how done for he is at the end, though.
He's pretty done for.
He's done
But-
for. Come on. Is he going to
No,
chew
listen,
his way
listen.
out?
This is M Night with his fucking. I mean, he literally. This is M Night running on fumes. Like, he's completely like run out of ideas at the end, and he's just like gonna
Yes.
fucking have Josh Hartnett look at the fucking screen and laugh, despite the fact he's still in a locked police van that he can't get out of. And gonna
Headed
be
to
at a
the
police
police
station with
station,
loads
yeah.
of police with guns. Like, no, he is done for, boy. He's done for. He's as done as M Night Shyamalan's done, boy.
Yes.
And that is done.
Okay, so that is the plot then. I think we've just had it, but Deej, what's your review and what's your rating?
So I really like this film. I am. No. I am right. To me, it's a film of two halves, really. Inside the stadium, I was like, to a point, I was like, I can feel the tension here. Like, this is like, it is actually getting quite tense. Like, I mean, it's ridiculous. Like, it is ridiculous. There would have been so many times he was caught. He manages to just do things without people seeing, and they do the classic thing of not showing you him doing it, because if they had, it wouldn't have made any sense, because you'd have seen that he couldn't do these things. He does these ridiculous things, like goes onto the roof, and these police are there, like with a description of the guy they're looking for, and don't think it's weird that this guy's just come out on the roof. You're just like, fucking hell, man, you are the worst cops in the world. But you know, it was tense, and I was a bit like, "Oi," and I was a bit like, "Do I want him to get caught or not?" And I thought for a minute, the Shyamalan magic was not going to be in the kind of there's going to be some twist you didn't see coming, but it was in this different perspective of he is going to be a serial killer. There's no redeeming qualities to the fact that he is a serial killer, but he's also a good dad and a good guy, and he's not a complete and utter psycho. But then it almost seemed to me like Shyamalan lost his balls halfway through and just went, no, actually, I'm going to make him a comic book character villain in the end anyway. And it kind of lost interest for me at that point. And then when they got back to the house, I was a bit like, I'm not sure. And then when I found out that the wife knew all along, I was just like, oh my God, this is dog shit. This has just ruined the whole entire film, really. Because what the fuck? I mean, she literally she thought that she was living with the butcher and just kind of like carried on as if everything was all right and just thought I'm just going to leave a little receipt somewhere. I mean, fuck off. That is dog shit. That is really dog shit, Manite. Like, you've just phoned that one in, bro. So yeah, interesting. You know, I was still interested in the film. I didn't dislike it or anything. I thought that Lady Raven girl was quite good. Josh Hartnett, I thought was good. Just I felt like Shadowman shit the bed a little bit after taking a promising, you know, premise and turning it. Yeah, just I think he lost his balls. I think in the end he just lost it. So I'm gonna give this a. I did still enjoy it. I'm gonna give it a. Let's start with 6.25. See where I go from there.
Right, MP.
Oh, I don't mean to laugh. All right. Well, Trap. This movie. You know, I'm gonna give the very brief positives I have for this movie. The cast outside of Lady Raven, then I'll get to momentarily. I thought did a really good job. Josh Hartnett, yeah, he was really good as the killer, where he would switch from like the goofy dad with his teenage daughter to trying to get out of there, and now he's evil and he's got that grin and all that stuff. I like the relationship between him and his daughter Riley. I thought that was going to play out more at the end, but obviously it didn't. But I like that she was kind of smart enough to where she picked up on things that every time he kept leaving, she's like, what the fuck? Why are you leaving? You know, we're trying to watch the concert. But I like that dynamic and all that. So I think all the performances, again, outside of one, were really, at least, I don't want to say really, they were good. How about that? As far as the movie goes, Trap is the right name for this movie because I was trapped in the godforsaken theater for an hour. What'd you say? An hour and 40 something minutes. It felt like about 2.5 in a basically a promo for M. Night's daughter's musical career because I watched every freaking song that she did all the way to the end, and then she has to have her own part in the movie, which she's a terrible actress. I'm sorry, Deej. I know
Is
you
that
like
his daughter? Is that his daughter?
Yeah, that's his daughter.
And this was
shit, I didn't know that.
Holy crap. And then when she becomes a protagonist, and then we get a whole nother song at the end that she has to sing in there. I'm like, fuck you, M. Night Shyamalan. This is a first draft script. I know it is because he didn't give a fuck about this movie. All the stupid things that we're going to get into. Oh my God, did you hit on a bunch of them? But the t-shirt guy, that is just so nice to give all the information that there's no reason for this t-shirt guy to have in the first place. All the conveniences, all these, like you said, the police officers with this guy who fits the description, has the tattoo on his arm that never really plays into anything. None one of them ever stops to ask this guy anything. All, like I said, the conveniences are just ridiculous in him getting through there. The beginning of this movie, they want you to think this guy is some clever sociopath, psycho killer. By the end, I'm thinking, how did this guy kill anybody? Maybe the universe just set it up that way. I couldn't get over the fact that this is exactly what this was. The twist of this movie is that he has trapped you in the theater to watch his daughter's career. You know, at some point she's like, Dad, please, you're famous, make a movie. And he's like, I'll just make a whole movie about you singing and being this great music star. And these motherfuckers are gonna have to, he owes me money. He owes me money for having to go sit in that movie theater. And the script is terrible. I mean, I could go to the zoo and give a monkey a crayon and a piece of paper and say, you got 24 hours to give me a script. And when I come back the next day, he will have eaten the crayon and the paper. But whatever that monkey shat out afterwards would be better than whatever the script was. I hated this movie. It never ends. It's got like 15 endings. Like I said, DJ, at the end, he's trapped, but he's got this grin like he's gonna do something to these police officers. I'm like, what the fuck is this? This is trash. It's a 3. I'm out.
Oh, woo! Woo.
Wow. Yeah,
I bet that stored
I-
up for a couple of days.
yeah, yeah. Cheers, Deej. I think I find this so weird to say, but I'm actually more in line with Deej here.
Oh my
Um,
god.
And you shall know
so-
him, for he shall
No,
draw the
no.
non-believers in.
No.
I
That's just
can't.
that's the benefit of going first. No, I 100% say that this film it's two films. It's two halves each. Like the first hour, maybe first 45, I really quite enjoyed it. Like I felt tense. I think Josh Hartnett is quality in this throughout. Like again, the story kind of takes him to a place where I don't think it is beneficial for the story. But that first 45 minutes when he's there, just like the little micro expressions and how he is. A great example of that is when he's speaking to the friend's mum and he starts to get a little bit like you can see the almost like animal side start to come out because she starts to get a bit lippy. And then suddenly it's all like he just switches it, and you can see that. I find it so frustrating sometimes watching serial killer films when they are just so normal, and you think like, come on, like there'd be little bits, there'd be stuff. I think he portrays it like really well, and I believe that he can do it. Do you know what I mean? Because we obviously do see a bit of both. But that's such a good portrayal of it. I really thought it was a really interesting premise to see the whole thing as from the serial killer's point of view. Initially, when I first saw the trailers, I was like, "Oh, cheers! I know who the serial killer is." But I do think that adds to the whole experience in there because you're nervous for this serial killer. You kind of want to get him to get out. And then then as soon as we leave, I was like, "What the fuck are we going to do for 45 minutes?" Like. And then we leave, and then this singer, and then the whole plot, the amount of contrivances and conveniences that have to happen for the last 45 of the film to happen are just insane. Like this singer having the balls to do that kind of thing, and then they go to the address, and then it doesn't make any sense when you find out it was the mum, his wife, who actually had this suspicion because she's so like, oh my god, how was the concert? Oh yeah, oh I've heard of that killer, yeah, like absolutely not even batting an eyelid at anything, like despite the fact that she's supposedly the one. And then everything, as you say, MP, this has like 3 endings. The script I didn't notice so much. I don't know if that's just me or my lack of human interaction in how people might speak to each other. I didn't think it was that bad, and I thought it kind of worked with him being he's off kilter, he's in an uncomfortable situation that he's trying to think of. I got really sick of the exposition that people would just start spouting. Like the forensic, like I don't know, the what do they call them? The profiler. She was getting on my tits. She was really annoying. She might as well have been watching him and knew exactly everything. He will now need a piss because he'll have had 2 diet sprites. Like she might as well have done shit like that. But that was just annoying. But I don't think this deserves quite. And I've seen some hate on this film. And I've heard some hate here today.
And you will hear some more.
I don't know if it necessarily deserved that, but
It does.
But the film after the first 45, this is what it reminded me of, Deej. It reminded me of Us. A great initial first 45, and then it just goes to shit. But I'm a nicer person now. And I really, really enjoyed Josh Hartnett. I think I do quite like him anyway from some of his old stuff. So maybe I'm a bit done with that. But I don't know. Is it above average? Maybe not by much. I'm going to say a 5.5.
Oh my god. I can't with you two today. I just can't with either one.
Go on, MP, take it away. Take it away. Take it away.
Shit. How can you give this thing anything over a 5? Oh my god. Come on. Come on.
The first half was good.
I mean, he's got the t-shirt guy. Hi, you seem like a really cool guy. Let me tell you exactly what's going on in this movie. Even though I'm just a t-shirt guy, I shouldn't know any of this information. How about when I walk through there's the police and the FBI all doing their meeting, and he just walks in. Nobody goes, hey, wait a minute.
Old Manite though. Manite is he's been watching the old Jordan Peele films as well, hasn't he? Like that guy was basically the TSA guy, wasn't he? From Us. Oh no, Get Out or whatever. Do you know what I mean? It's just like like I mean, that guy was obviously you're not going
Yeah,
to be giving that
yeah.
information to some
Oh
random
my
guy.
god!
Or of
It'd
course,
take him
but
down into the
Right.
bowels of the place and be like, "Oh, here's your pass and all that shit." Oh my god! Come
yeah,
on,
I mean,
come on!
this film was littered, and I do mean littered with people doing ridiculous things. Like, do you know how ridiculous it was? Right, this woman is a profiler. Yeah, your job is literally just is to sit there and tell people what we think this guy's doing, and you relay that information. She somehow has become like the commander of the FBI. Like she's like running the firearms side of it. She's telling them
Yeah.
what to do, tactics, what to do.
Yeah,
Like
she's like the
man,
first out of the car. Like, here's
Yeah.
this serial killer. She's the first to deploy, first with the boots on the
Like,
ground. I will
my
be the
night-
first to step on the field, and I will be the
my
last
night
to step off.
is. I do think my night just at points in this like somehow this guy's managed to get fucking like big old like jars of whatever this is,
When there's
reach over
people
the counter
everywhere.
and get it into this grease when they literally you see in the
Yeah.
shop before there's people literally right next to him, like
Yep.
no one has
This
noticed
whole
any of
movie,
this.
everything he does, there's people surrounding him, and nobody ever thinks, like, "Hey, wait a minute! I think that guy had something to do with it."
Like he literally pushes some girl down the stairs and no one has seen this happen.
Yeah,
Like,
He's
bear
in a
in mind-
limo, surrounded by people, and somehow he gets out of that. Did he like do the Nick Fury thing where he cuts it out with the little welding thing or whatever and slips out the bottom of the thing? Oh my god! Oh my god! But that's because he didn't care. This was to promote his daughter's music. Period. End of story.
no,
I
you're
She's
doing
a
a discredit.
terrible actress. Why is she the one at the end that we have to focus on? I thought it would have been cooler if the daughter was the one putting pieces together.
Yeah,
I was like,
I
oh
did
shit,
think
my
as soon
dad's the
as-
killer.
As soon as we're out, the daughter gets pushed to the side, and I quite enjoyed their dynamic because she's like, "Dad, what's going on? Like, you're being fucking weird." And she's had this whole like magical day. I was thinking like, "Holy shit!" Like when she was on stage dancing with
Magical day.
with the singer, I was like, you know, and the woman comes up, she's like, she's gonna remember this day forever, and he's like, I was like,
Yeah.
oh my god, like what a fucking, because you know, obviously it's got to culminate with something.
It's like the
But I
best
was
and
thinking,
worst day of her
Jesus
life.
Christ, this is going to be
One
like,
moment.
yeah, exactly.
Well,
No,
no, at that point, I thought the twist might be that this guy's going to get away with it or something. But there was really no. And there was a bunch of random things, like like there was a bit where did she take an asthma pump or something like that?
yeah, I didn't get
Yes.
that. What that
And,
was.
thought
and,
that
and
was
then
gonna play
like
enough
he
to-
looks at it and it's like he smiles and it's like interesting, and then just like
Yeah.
nothing comes of it.
I
Like,
thought
think
that
that
was
was just-
going to
that
be
was
the
just a
twist, was that
reference.
he was going to be trying to, that she was the ultimate kill. He knew he was going to get caught, but he wanted that one last one to go out like, look who I killed, Lady Raven, this superstar.
Yeah. That was kind of. There's a few things there where it just kind of didn't really like go anywhere. But I think he was just so good that first 45, like trying to get out. Do you know what? Straight away, I was like, I'm gonna allow some of this, because the first thought I had when the whole premise was kind of revealed, or what the premise is going in, but I was like, in what world, like, we're going to allow everyone to take their seats, and then in the dark, in a crowded, loud concert environment, that's when we're going to start checking these random dudes.
Exactly.
Not like as they go in through the front door. Like, you could
Yeah.
even have it like, let's say you don't set it up outside of the venue because your serial killer could just turn up, see the security, and say, nah, something ain't right, I'm going to bounce. But you could literally have it once you're through the gate. You scan your ticket, boom, you're inside the footprint, if you like. And then, oh, by the way, we're just doing some random checks. Like, there you get him before he gets to his seat.
Yeah.
And also, what are you going to ask him? Hey, kill anyone?
Yeah.
recently? What could you
Yeah,
possibly
yeah.
ask him that's going to get him to
What do you
reveal it?
mean? Hatch the mounting evidence against him, the ticket stub in the empty building isn't enough to convict this guy?
Like how? Why did
just
I?
mental.
I was thinking this the whole time when he was like, he's so calculating. And she was like, he's so clever. He's not going to panic and this and that. I'm sitting there thinking, well, I don't know, man. He ain't the sharpest tool in the drawer, is he? Because if it was me, I'd just be like, all right, I'm just gonna have my night. I just get rid of my phone. Probably, I'm probably gonna get rid of my phone, and then I'm just gonna have my night, because the fuck. I suppose the only thing you can say is from his perspective, he has no idea what they know and don't know, so he might be thinking they have evidence on me that that they ultimately. I mean, we know in the end. All they literally had was this fucking corner of a ticket. So like it was literally why they thought they were going to catch this guy. I don't know, but from his perspective, maybe he wouldn't have known that, right?
Well,
He wouldn't have known his wife
yeah,
signed
I-
him
I'm
in.
For
Don't
him,
they
the
tell
police
him?
are dumber than a box of rocks.
Don't they
because-
tell him? I thought they told him. I thought the guy tells him about like the ticket stub or something. Or,
Nah,
or
she doesn't know
he
that.
It was on
overhears
the
it.
over. Yeah,
thought-
when he
No.
puts
He
every time he
overhears
puts
it,
his,
I'm
the
sure.
earplug in, they tell him
Yeah.
everything. Like
Oh.
that,
No, but he doesn't
was-
find out about the ticket stub until Lady Raven says it when she's in the house. That's the first time we hear
Right.
about the ticket stub part. Why she would know that? Why would they
Exactly.
would give this piece
How
of like
would he
privileged
get
information
that close
to
to her? She's a superstar. Where is her bodyguards and her entourage and all these people? And he just is like, let's go into this room by ourselves. And she knows there's a serial killer out there. That would have never happened. I will allow stupid shit in movies, but when you're constantly bashing me over the head with brass knuckles dipped in stupidity, I can only take so much.
I think
Well,
like the problem with this kind of film is that like he has set this net so tight that like then he needs things to get ever more the decision making and kind of like things you need to ignore become ever more ridiculous in order to keep it alive. Because at first it's just he's in there, police are surrounding it, and you're like, fuck, this is tense because what is he gonna do? And then all of a sudden it's like at the end there is no way out. Like they've set the trap so well, and Shyamalan has done his job well that like it is like you literally could not get out. So
Yeah,
the only thing he can
initially
do in the
written
end
it
is
pretty well.
yeah.
So
So then all he can
you've
do
got to
is
come up with some
go,
crazy shit.
go and see Lady Raven and be like, oh, by the way, I
Yeah.
am the killer, and I'll
It's
just
just
kill him
so
now,
good.
and just expect that she's not gonna go okay, and then as soon as you walk outside, go, it's him, it's him, it's
Yeah,
him. Police all
exactly.
over him.
Can you
They're gonna get
imagine
the
if she
photo-
doesn't? If she is like, I mean, if she's like some sort of like typical airhead pop star type person.
Well, no,
sorry,
if she's
I'm-
a normal person,
Yeah,
if
she
it's
just
me
starts screaming.
or
She
you,
just starts screaming.
If it's
She just
anyone
starts
else
screaming.
in real life,
Right.
I'm gonna
you
start
just go,
screaming.
Oh no, you just go, fine, I'll do it. And as soon as you walk out the room and walk past the first
You're
bodyguard,
like,
you'd
"There's
be
the
like,
killer
oh no,
right
it's
there."
him. Here's the butcher and whatnot. You'd grab him
Get
before
his
he can
phone,
get
grab
to
his
his
phone,
phone
grab his phone.
and whatnot. And then you'd fucking do exactly what she did. Talk to the guy through the phone and be like, "Oh, where are you?" And they'd have found him the same way. Like
Yeah.
ridiculous decisions. What you
It-
don't do is
yeah.
get in a cab in a
Yeah.
limousine with this person by yourself. You don't
Well,
do that.
what was his plan? He gets in the limo
Yeah.
with her. They go to the corner. He's like, "Well, you can just drop us off here." I'm like, "She's seen you. Everybody has seen you. What are you gonna do? Where are you gonna go?"
Yeah, she
Yeah.
knows who you are. Well,
But
I get
also-
maybe he was thinking, I'll go home, delete everything, blah blah. I mean, he's not to know that like his wife already knows these. I mean, what nonsense? What absolute nonsense?
But if you even go further back, right? Okay, they make a pain of showing you all this CCTV, all the cameras installed, the base room they've got behind the stage, like of all how they're monitoring everything. Like the profiler knows he's going to try and create a scene because she says that literally as he's reaching for the thing, almost as if she was watching him reach for the fire thing. And so surely then any kind of like event, like I don't know, a drunken person mysteriously falling down the stairs. Oh, hang on a second, that was near one of the exit, wasn't it? Rewind that footage. That guy fucking pushes her. Let's go talk to him.
Yes.
All of the stuff on the concourse. What the fuck? An oil thing just exploding?
Yes.
That's pretty fucking weird. I know. Let's watch this. Let's draw that back on the CCTV and see what happens there. Holy shit! It's that guy again. He's fucking busy. Like, do you know what I mean? And also,
Yeah,
how
busted.
about the fact that they're like, okay, we're gonna search through quadrant this one now for any guys who match it. Just scan a thing over. He's like 3 feet taller than everybody in his little bit. Like, they even say they think he's like a white male. I mean, they then are shown stopping. Like there was a black guy, an Asian guy they're chatting to as well. So I don't know. Your profile's obviously gone out the window then, or is it like the only thing really that they have is that rabbit thing that he covers up with a band?
Yes.
That I thought that's actually quite good. But why you've got 3 million cops in there? So why are you not like, okay, guys, you're everyone in position? Okay, search your areas then. Like, don't allow like people are getting hauled out throughout this thing. In fact, before she gets taken up, like they're searching like 5 rows back. Like, how is he not seen? How is he not there? Like,
No, he would not. He like it in real life. You think right? If all you knew was a killer was turning up to an event, and he's potentially a white guy, blah blah blah, right, in his 30s or whatever. Yeah, the chances of catching this person are quite slim. I think are quite slim. But 100%, if the events play out as they did in this film, then he's 100% getting caught. There's no doubt he's getting caught. Like, he makes more or less every wrong decision you can make. Like, he doesn't need to do any of those things that he does, you know.
But everything works out for him. I mean, he walks out
the
on
only
the roof
caveat
and the
he doesn't
SWAT
know.
guy is like,
"Oh, I mean, that bit.
Let me tell you more information. And do you have your card?" And naturally, the apron that he stole that happens to have somebody's wallet in it with a card that fits perfectly for what he needs at that moment.
Yeah, there's some.
But you like, well, the guy, the police officer, who's like, when they're about to take her on stage, and goes, "We should talk to him," and the guy just goes, "No, he's with us." You're like, bro, you're a police officer searching for a serial killer. You're not just going to listen to some guy who's saying, "Let me take this guy on stage."
Exactly.
If you've got a feeling that like he matches the description. Like, come on.
I still maintain. Why have you waited for the concert to start and do all of this stuff? Because also, like, when a concert fills out, everyone exits at the same time, right? You go to any sporting event, the people turn up in dribs and drabs, right? Some people want to be there for the preamble. Some people are there for if it's a concert for like whoever's going to be up first to warm up. And so some people will be like, "No, I'm literally getting there, boom, as soon as Lady Raven comes up." So it's easier when you start, or when it first opens, to start having people come in. At the end, everyone's fucked off. Like, everyone wants to get out of there, and everyone's coming out en fucking masse.
Yeah.
Like, if there's 30,000 people in there, they say like on the advertisement, it's 300 cops. Well, everyone's dealing with like a substantial amount of people. I'm not going to do the maths right here. I'm kidding. It's 5. Everyone's dealing like with loads of people per, like, how are you gonna then, I mean, okay, it's not 30,000 because you're gonna discount all the women and children. You're gonna discount, well, presumably some ethnicities, but apparently not, because they do get stopped. Police has got a police, I guess.
Yeah.
But like, move past like there's so many people making bad decisions, or not, or people just like not noticing or doing things that you would do in real life, right? These things need to happen for this kind of maybe not, it didn't need to happen, but for the way this film kind of transpires, those things need to happen. But I don't really necessarily have such a problem with that, because I'm with you, Hatch. That first half of the film was good. I enjoy that.
Oh,
but it just, to me,
every time she sang a song, I was just so happy. I was like, "Oh,
I didn't even mind.
You're so sweet."
I didn't even mind some of the music.
No, I thought the music was all right. I thought the music was all right.
Did you see the Kid Cudi little Easter egg thing? He was the one with the blonde hair.
What?
The guy with the blonde hair.
What are you saying to me? I don't know what you're saying.
He's Kid Cudi. The actual.
What is who?
You don't know who he is? Okay, fine.
Who are you talking about? Are you
the guy with the blonde hair?
I don't know who he is. So
what? The black guy with the gay black guy?
Yeah.
Is someone called Kid Cudi? Why the fuck do you even know this person is? No, don't sound like the kind of person you'd know about. I feel like you don't know this person. You've looked this up. You've looked this up and discovered it's that person. Thought you'd sound cool by saying it, and instead have revealed your uncoolness.
Why would I do that?
Trying to sound cool for the young people out there.
Yeah,
you don't know what I'm.
There's no way you know about some artist called Kid Cudi. I don't even. There's just no way.
I absolutely do.
Well,
name one of his songs.
I don't know him, and I don't want to know him. I did enjoy his little.
He sang.
Josh Hartnett, though.
He sang. It was big when I was at uni. It was. Oh fuck! I'm gonna have to search it. You carry on speaking.
I'll carry on.
I didn't say I was such a fan. I just recognized him.
So
caught in your own trap.
That first half of the film, I did enjoy. The music I didn't mind. It was good. It was good.
Day and night. That's it. Day and night.
Right, cheers, man.
You must know that one. I'd play it.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know it. I know it.
Well, there you go then. That's who it is.
No, I just don't care about the general point you're making. But this second half of the film, man, like, I just don't know. Like, it wasn't like I was bored or anything of it, but I was just, it lost the whole interesting point of this film was he's trapped in this building and you don't know if to root for him or not. As soon as they're out and he becomes a bit of a cunt, you're kind of like, yeah, I don't root for you. And now the interesting part is kind of gone. So I don't know, is there that much tension anymore? I'm not really sure. And then as soon as I found out that the wife knew, I was just like, oh,
Suspected.
my
She
night.
suspected.
My
She
night,
thought-
this
she
really.
suspected.
No, she didn't suspect. She
This-
thought he was either cheating or a mass serial killer.
Yeah,
There's
like, fuck my
Those are the only
life.
options.
between.
Those are the only options.
My
What
night,
if
like,
he
are
was
you
wrong?
seriously?
He's like in prison. I didn't kill anybody.
Seriously, like you're like, oh yeah, I was out with you one day and you told a lie to our neighbors. And I just thought, oh my god, that's terrifying. And then because I smelt some cleaning products on you, I just put 2 and 2 together and thought you must be the butcher. Like, what the fuck? Who thinks that about their fucking husband? Imagine that your missus is like, but you know what? I saw you lie one time, Hatchie. I saw you lie, and I just thought to myself, this guy is a serial killer. He is, and I'm sorry, I was wrong, but that's what I thought at the time. I thought I was justified in thinking, like, what the fuck? I'd have been like, just ridiculous, such a leap. I mean, yes, it turns out to be true, but that's only because M. Night has wrote this dog shit script at the end. Like fucking ridiculous. And then the whole bit with like there's the sleeping pills and actually she's been left there as bait because these cops are obviously already in the house because then they taser like.
What was the plan, though? What was the plan?
I don't know.
He's standing like a foot away from her with a meat cleaver. What if he was just like, "Fuck the pie,
Nah,
I'm putting this right through your head"? Where are the
pie?
cops?
Here you go. Fuck the pie. Like,
Also, but they're obviously
Are they in the
house.
other room? They're like, "Shh, maybe he's eating the pie yet? Did he eat the pie?"
Do you know
yet?
what I mean?
Does anybody know?
Why are they not just in there? Why are they not just in there
yeah.
giving it to him? Like, what the fuck? Like, Knight has just
Also-
all his thought has gone into this interesting concept at the beginning, right? And then it's literally like he's running on fumes, and he's basically just gone to his, like, I don't know, his friends, like, just
Like,
you know that guy on
his daughter was out
YouTube
of the movie,
who's
I
like
think.
right, say an actor, Vin Diesel, say a budget, 40 million. Say a bad guy, John Cena, and then he goes,
I don't know.
what
was this all
and
about?
there's a guy on YouTube, right, who literally just
What's
like he
this?
does these skits, and
I know who it is. I'm just trying to mug you off like you mug me off.
All right, well there you go. And your mug off was
I'm
so.
up to date. I'm up to date with artists. I'm up to date with comedians on YouTube and Instagram.
You don't know no one called Kid Cudi, man. You don't
I
know it. No one's
do.
buying that.
Mate, when
No
I was
one's
at
buying
uni,
that.
oh
God, don't say it again, please. I'm begging you. On behalf of all our listeners, don't tell us that again.
Nah, go on. Advertise somebody else's YouTube channel on ours.
My point is, I just feel like he lost any. He had nothing left. The guy, he was like Prince Philip at the end of his life, where you thought if he stubs his toe, he's going to die. That was M. Night Shyamalan's creativity. By the end of this film, he'd lost it and he just kind of gave up. That's how it really felt to me, because I was just like, this is really poor Manite, really poor Manite. Like this guy, you basically got this guy unscrewing a part of a bike fucking wheel in front of like about 40 cops, and no one's fucking noticed. Like it weren't like it was a fucking screw. It's like this whole long bit of a bike fucking spoke, and no one's noticed. Like Jesus.
Or they let his daughter run up to him and hug him. I'm like, he could have done anything.
Yeah, there's your hostage.
Like, I got her. You get
There's your hostage. There's your hostage. Yeah, if you come near me, I'll kill her. You won't kill your daughter.
He's like, guys, can you give me a minute? Can you give me a minute? I'm like, no, fuck off, cunt. You're a serial killer.
Yeah, no, but also like, when he's chained up, he moves, and they're like, whoa, bring your guns up, like, just grab hold of him. Bring in guns up for.
Really poor. That whole
100%.
That whole bit. Like, you know, I could have even let it go. I could have let it go up to the point where. Even, you know, even that first bit, I mean, you know, I didn't like this. That once he leaves the concert, the movie dropped for me. But up to the point where he closes the garage and the police come, I could probably have let it go, right? If it ended at that point with him doing some kind of murder or something, or even the fact that he escaped, right? I could even live with that. It was from the point where mum knew about it, right? I was just like, right, this is nonsense now. This is really like you really have screwed the pooch at the end here, man. Like, this is as bad as the ending to Sixth Sense was good, because you really have screwed the pooch here. You really, really have screwed the pooch. Quite
imagine,
bad.
As he bends down to fix the bike, snaps the spoke off, and you just hear this twang, and they're like, "What was that?"
Nothing.
Yeah, we had to shoot him. He had a weapon. Although they've
And also,
shown they won't bother. He's there with a meat cleaver in the house, and they're like, "This is America. What's the course of action that we'd probably take? We'd probably take him in the most humane way possible, which is we're gonna taser him and allow him to jump on our colleague, gouge out his eyes. Everyone's like, "Good job, everybody." What about Bill? Oh, Bill will never see again. Bill's career's over. Medical insurance won't cover him.
Medically retired Bill.
Why did you fucking shoot him? Oh, no.
3 days from retirement.
Bill. Hey, Bill, do you want to, will you be? Are you bowling this? Oh, so Bill's blind, isn't he? Fuck. God.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you know what's fucked up? His kid actually does have leukemia, and this guy lied about it in the casting.
Well, he'd been up the
You know,
creek.
he takes-
Would have said that.
Hey, he takes those tasers like a champ, though, don't he?
Yeah, he
Like,
does.
my
well.
God.
He does
Very
well.
good. But Knight obviously has done no research into our tasers work. Not a single bit of research. You know what? I also I can't wait for the director's cut of this film, right? Where they actually show how he escaped from a police car, somehow took all of his police uniform off, set it up so that it looked like a person was in there, got out, and not a single person that was surrounding the car noticed that he got out
deep surrounding the car. Yeah.
into these
that is the
these
kind of
different clothes.
trope that you'd have thought that died a death like decades ago, where you're somehow able to get like somebody out of a dead person out of their clothes. Like a dead person is like just such a huge weight. I guess.
SWAT officer, no less. What SWAT officer? Right, who was this SWAT officer that was just in a garden, right, a neighbour's garden, no less, by himself, just
film
there
again.
by himself?
The film.
Who
Fucking
was
Bill again? He was the blind guy. He's out there. He's out there like. No, he wasn't blind. He wasn't blind at this point, was he?
Bill was just a
Like,
terrible
whoa,
police officer.
They were like, right, this is your chance to make it up. You're going to be you're going to be here with the taser. All you got to do is zap him and do your job, and you'll get some credit out of this because you fucked up there, mate. As he sat there naked.
Like what?
Yeah.
Imagine that
Who
chain
got
of
their eyes
events.
gouged out, Bill? Oh, yeah, that figures. That figures, boys.
Just imagine that chain of events that led to Josh Hartnett getting that guy's clothes. Like he's had to go in this underground tunnel, come up somehow in this neighbor's garden. This SWAT guy, who for some unknown reason is by himself, has not heard this, and then somehow Josh Hartnett has managed to incapacitate this armed, highly trained SWAT officer with no one hearing anything. Got into his clothes with no neighbors seeing anything. Somehow got out, got into the police vehicle that is taking Lady Raven away, with no one asking any questions. Like, just fucking Knight has really given up. He really has thrown in the towel.
Movie, no police officer has ever questioned who he was. So the other SWAT officer probably just didn't know. He was like, "Who are you?" "Oh, I'm the neighbor." "Okay, fair enough."
I really don't think they went into enough with the profiler. She was doing my tits in. It honestly felt like I was watching a film with like an audio description, because she was literally like describing shit. Like it was almost like it was like third party exposition, because he would be there planning, and she's like, right now he's planning.
Exactly.
He's not going to panic. Like it was so frustrating. Like, who the fuck are you, lady? You're just the profiler, the expert profiler. We know nothing about you. You just know everything. You know he's got a bad relationship. I mean, I know we don't use profilers in the UK. I think the US makes quite extensive use of them. I learned that from Mindhunter. That taught me everything.
A much better product.
A great product. That's their profilers, I believe. But this one, I just felt like, yeah, as you said, Deech, she's there like giving all the briefings. Like, sorry, this is like what did we review last week? Where like they're getting ungentlemanly warfare, where they're getting briefed whilst they're on the boat several weeks after leaving England.
Yeah.
Here it's like, you've got to this thing, you're locked and loaded, you're ready. What are we here for, boss? Like hang on, this old crone is going to give you a briefing in half an hour's time. Like the concert's been going on for an hour. Like they've got this is a victim. Remember his name. It's fucking ridiculous.
Yeah.
Everyone's going to be briefed before they go, surely. Turn up on a SWAT car. I hope this is something good, guys. Like,
I like the fact that police they just leave their radios out and about.
Oh yeah,
like no problem.
And
like
nobody goes, "Hey, I lost my radio, guys."
Yeah, I mean, this film, right, has a really good concept and is executed well for the first half. That I maintain that. It were like lots of issues. Like, yes, there are issues with the plot be plotting to get it there, but
Oh,
it's
boy.
interesting and I can live with that, right? But it really does feel like M. Night he just gave up. He just gave up. At some point, he just
When
he
his
just gave up,
daughter
man.
left the movie, he gave up, and this whole movie was for her.
Like, listen,
She
it's
never
not a
leaves it.
3. No, listen. This is not a 3, MP. This is not a 3.
This is
I
a
can't.
3. You're right. This might be a 2. I don't know. Maybe I
No
might
way.
go
No.
down.
Look.
This
It
ain't no
is not
6
that.
point whatever you gave it.
I think
It might not
Josh
be.
Hartnett's performance alone
Yeah.
is a
There's
is a
your
2.5. That brings
There's
it up
your
to
3.
2.5 or 3.
And
then obviously, and then another part for Kid Cudi's cameo.
Are you a big fan, Hatch? I didn't know.
Oh God!
Did you
you
listen
can't
to
tell
him
me
in
you weren't
uni?
entertained. You weren't entertained for the first 45 minutes, MP.
No. The more stupid stuff that they kept throwing at me, the more it pulled me out of the movie. If it had been one dumb thing here and one dumb thing here, I'd been like, all right, plots be plotting. But everything he did, I was just like, this is stupid. How nobody can do that. Nobody can walk into these places and act like that. And you have all this police presence and they're all looking for this one person. And you got this weird dude who keeps appearing in all these places and nobody goes, oh, wait a minute, let's talk to this fella.
That is one of the
I
things
was
I thought.
like,
Like,
this is
this guy
ridiculous.
has been out in the concourse alone for a substantial amount of time. I think he's with his daughter like once to go get the food and then like the t-shirt and whatever. But after that, he's just there alone. You'd think that would ring alarm bells.
He's also got a police radio in his ear. Like, no one's for why is
No
this guy
one
got?
notices
Why
that.
does this guy got an earpiece in? Like, what's
He must be.
going on with
He
this
must be
guy?
listening to the concert. He must
But
be.
they could have
huge
solved
heavy
that,
radio
all of
fan.
that. They could have solved all of that because he was established. He's a firefighter, so you could have had him have, he could use that, but like, oh well, I'm with the fire department. I got to come back here and check. I heard there's something with the smoke alarm. I mean, that would have worked better.
I mean, that
Or
also
maybe-
really plays no part, apart from the
No.
fact that that's how he ingratiates himself with the guy who sells the t-shirts, and then his knowledge about carbon dioxide. Apart from that, the firefighter
Monoxide.
large.
Monoxide.
Is that what he says? I
Well,
think
it is,
says
it's carbon monoxide, isn't it?
Is that what he says?
That's
I
how
thought he said dioxide.
No, monoxide, man. He's
I mean, you'd
that's
die
what
either way, wouldn't you? You'd die either way.
Well,
He says your body craves it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I thought, was that
Oh.
not what was it?
it's monoxide, my friend. It's
Okay.
monoxide. Listen.
Yeah.
If you're not going to watch the film, you're not going to pay attention to the film. You're too busy fucking wanking over Kid Cudi, wishing you were Josh Hartnett when that guy was winking at him.
This takes me back to my days in uni.
Uni.
You
I don't know.
uneducated swine.
Is there anything else to? I mean, look, right, the wife was ridiculous, ruined the film.
Yes.
Cheers. I mean, that whole bit, man, when she turns up back from the when he turns up back from the concert, what am I led to believe? That like she's like, oh God, he's here. He wasn't caught as a murderer, therefore he must not be the murderer. Thank God. Oh, like what the fuck? Is that really what you were thinking? Like, this was your standard of proof that you're like your serial killer husband got out of this fucking thing. And it's not like she would know. It's not like she would know that leaving that receipt in there is going to lead to this response. You know, she doesn't know any of that.
What a horrible person. If he was not the killer, what a horrible human being she would be.
Yeah. And also imagine this. Yeah, I think my husband is a serial killer that chops people up. All right, go take our daughter off to this concert. No, if I think my wife is a fucking, fucking murderer who chops people up, yeah, first thing I'm doing is getting my kids away from her. Do you know what I mean? Oh my God, yeah, terrible decision. I don't like her. Didn't like her in Star Trek either. So
I liked when Lady Raven comes into the house and her immediate topic of conversation in front of these small children. Have you heard of the butcher who goes around slaying people?
Yeah. And also, cheers, for basically, if there was any hope of my husband not chopping me into pieces, it was the fact that I could pretend I didn't know. So thanks for literally locking yourself in a safe door and then going, oh, by the way, he's the butcher. Do you know what I mean? Like, fuck, he's obviously gonna kill me now.
And then she does the Instagram live. Why didn't she call the police? No, I'm going on Instagram.
To be fair,
No, that was
makes
pretty-
sense. That makes sense in that situation. If she is as big a,
That
she's as
makes
big a
sense.
star,
She's gonna go on there and have somebody out of the blue know exactly where this
yeah.
house is.
Otherwise, hang on. What are you going to do? Hi, yeah, police. There's someone trapped by a broken lion with a blue door.
That's
No, I agree. I agree with
Excuse
that,
me,
yeah.
ma'am. Is this some kind of joke? No. You've got to search every single what? That don't make any
If
I
sense.
this
agree
lady
with that,
ran
yeah.
it and they know
On
that they were
Instagram
looking
Live,
for a
that's your
serial
best-
killer at her
that's your
concert,
best,
the police would
that's
be
your
like,
best thing.
okay.
I agree with Peter Hatch there. I think that was that.
I'm sure you want to align yourself with that.
No, I agree. Like that would, if you've got a reach of like hundreds of millions of followers, I'm kind of guessing that's what we led to believe.
Come on.
But like,
she's
no,
like
no, no.
millions.
That is a better way to. That is a better way to get information out there. And fans of these people are crazy as well, so they like will try and help you in any way they can. So
100%.
I did agree with that. I thought that was
when they
that
all
was-
came out, like all the like, kids reacting, I was like, fucking hell, like
Yeah, no, I
that's
thought that was-
genuinely what it'd be
yeah.
like. That's like a fucking like cult type thing. It's how MP reacts to Deej every time he fucking sends a message. Sorry guys, I'm going to be late again tonight. It's okay, Muad'Dij, just okay.
Muad'Dij, that's not a culture.
And you
That's-
will
this
know
is a
him
new
by the
religion.
loyalty of his followers.
This is straight
You
up
will learn.
religion.
You
It's
will
gone- it's-
learn.
it's skipped the cult phase. It's just gone straight to deity.
Non-believers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, it's
No,
a shame.
yeah, I could see that being a thing.
Do you know what I thought one of the twists was going to be? I was still expecting a twist, right? When you had the wife making the cup of tea, I
She
thought
was going to be a killer as well.
Yeah,
She's
yeah.
in on it.
I thought
Yeah,
like
yeah.
there was going to be something out of place, and she like straightens it, and I'd have been like, oh, because he's like mega OCD, isn't he? I quite like that. They show you that early on, like folding the napkin and stuff. And I thought she was like gonna like just put little moves on something, and then she just like her voice is completely changed, and she's like, "You got slappy," you know, like something like that or whatever.
Yeah, that's what I
Yeah.
thought. And that would have been better. That would have been better.
That
See,
would've been
and he
better,
just
100%.
thought of that in 5 minutes, and M. Night had how long? A year to make this movie?
Manite's phoned this in, man. Like
Yeah.
for whatever you might be like, you
'Cause
may
he wanted his
100% be
daughter.
correct. No, that may be 100% be correct. Yeah, and you
I
are
give
right about a lot of things
100%.
you
I
say.
give 100% to everything I do except for this pod.
Yeah. Never heard anything more true than that. No, you may be right about everything you say, MP. I can't
I
disagree with you about a lot of that. The only thing I would disagree with is that your assessment that the film has no merit to it at all, because I do think that first half is good, even with its sloppy bits, is good. Just then it does fall off.
But that is M Night to a T. You know, when I think about The Village as well, for me that didn't work at all.
Did M Night do Signs? Was that M Night as well?
Yeah, I actually really like that film.
Yeah.
I think for like fear factor.
Oh God, doesn't that have the most?
When I watched that
cringe.
as a kid, I really
swing
liked it.
harder or swing away or whatever it is.
Swing away.
Swing away. Like that is the
Swing away.
most. Oh God, that was.
No,
that was
but the
dog
bits
shit.
in the cornfield, man.
Swing
I fucking
away.
love that. Like, out in,
Swing
out in the
away,
middle of
like what?
nowhere,
She's
out in the
been
middle of
pinned by
nowhere.
a
Like,
tree.
at least-
wait, that scene's fucking great.
Just
least
to be
it
clear,
paid off.
She got run over and like stuck to a tree and somehow saw I don't even know what the fuck happened. That gave him this advice that meant something. No, that was dog shit.
Mate, for
That was shit.
somebody who claims deification, I thought you'd at least get that.
No, that was shit. That was.
Are you
poor.
telling me,
That
right?
was
If you got hit by a car, you wouldn't send MP some sort of transit?
I have been hit by a car. I have been hit.
Yeah,
by a car.
but and in that time, did you send MP a message?
He did.
Yeah,
Kids,
I
stay
did.
away from Hatch. Stay away from Hatch. Stay away.
Unbelievable. That's the kind of stuff that's going to like get us demonetized. if we
Did
ever
M
get
Night do? Is M Night
We're getting money for this?
Invincible and Glass and all that as well? Is that M
yeah,
Night?
yeah, that's him.
Yeah, see, they're good films. They're good films. Sixth Sense is a very good film.
Yeah.
But he has had some...
Unbreakable's good. I thought Glass was pretty poor.
Yeah.
Unbreakable, that's what I mean.
we reviewed that a long time ago. It was
We
Unbreakable,
did.
Unbreakable, and what was it?
Wasn't Glass in fact our first ever pod?
Split, yeah.
Glass is our first ever pod, isn't it?
I think it might have been. Yeah, it was. It was.
Woo!
was.
If you're listening now, go back and listen to our first ever review 4 years ago. Glass and marvel at the dreadful audio quality. And
don't
be
listen with
amazed.
earphones. Don't listen. With earphones. In fact, press play and then also mow your lawn at the same time, because that will kind of edge out. That will edge out the audio inconsistencies with that one. That's a good.
But also, you know, shed a tear as you hear Julesy speak. Dearly departed Julesy, who left us so many years ago now. So many years ago. But you know, you can only cholesterol. You can only abuse that cholesterol so much, guys, before that heart will fail.
To the ghost of
he would get invited up as the dreamer girl, because
to the
he's
ghost
had
of
he had
Julesy,
so many issues. He had so many issues.
I just want to say,
Yeah.
to the ghost
Yeah.
of Julesy's and co-host from the past, I understand, boys. I understand.
I know, man. Look, check it out. MP, you're like normally, you know, every season, someone
I know
goes.
we're coming to the end of the year. This could be bad for me.
No, I mean, listen. Let's be honest.
Time is
Boy. If someone's on the chopping block, it's probably not you, is it?
Who is it then?
I think we all know. I think we all know who's in the danger zone here, guys. In the relegation zone of the Just Go Watch standings.
I'm just having my roles and responsibilities taken away from me, like the plot summaries. Next, it's going to be, hey, shall I introduce this one?
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to like next week when like MP sends you the invite on SteamYard.
That's right.
I'd have no chance guessing the budgets. I'd have no chance. I'm out of practice. All right, well, look, I feel like I'm going to stick at a 5.5. This film overall was disappointing. However, that first 45 and Josh Hartnett, it's a 5 or a 5.5, and I'm going to try and.
What did I give it? 6.25 at the beginning.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
I think MP successfully convinced me to go up to a 6 and a. No, I'll come down to a 6. I still think it was above average as a film. But just there are a lot of problems with it, and Manite gave up. But the first part is very strong, and the premise is good. So,
MP, have we done anything?
Shall see the error of his ways and correct.
Have we done anything to bring you up from your 3?
Come on, a 3, MP. I mean, really consider what you're saying there. A 3. A 3 is like, you know, you're at this point saying, you know, there, apart from maybe like one redeeming feature, this film could not have really been worse. It was like, you know, absolutely dreadful. And can you really say that with hand on heart? This film was dreadful.
Yes, I can.
He's sticking with 3. He's sticking with. Can I also say that whilst we're talking about low ratings, Interceptor was a 1. But I'm still furious that you tried to convince me that was.
No, it wasn't a 1. Interceptor was a 2.
No,
you're saying in real life it was, but it wasn't. No, it's not a 1. It's not a 1. You know how bad a film's got to be a 1.
Yeah,
my god,
it's got to be that bad.
No.
It's got to be that bad.
Interceptor is dreadful. Interceptor is a dreadful film. Yeah, and Chris Hemsworth. If I was him, I'd have been like, as soon as I saw that, I'd have been like, listen, this is why you don't get in films. This is why I'm the actor.
And yeah, she does.
Yeah, like, but that film's dreadful. But a 1 is like saying literally you could not have made it worse. There's nothing you could have done to make this film worse. And there is
from start.
No. There are films.
All right, let's not get into that now, because that's
I don't know, like yeah.
If we go on for another hour, people will think that this is the film again.
That's true. I will say though, I think at the end of the month we should just reevaluate our previous scores, because I was like, after I got done watching this, I felt bad about my score for the last one we did, the Ungentlemanly Warfare. I was like, damn.
What did you give that? You gave that a 5 or something, did you?
I think I gave it a 5.5 or a 6, something in there. After watching this, it's like a 7 easy.
It's not your story, is it? You know?
Yeah. It's just, if you came from a nation that actually did something to win the war, it would have meant something more to you. Like if you'd have actually sacrificed men instead of just going, let's just blow up some innocent people in Japan.
You know, for a pair of gentlemen that would be speaking German right now, if not for the United States of America,
999.
I love it, yeah. Like the World War II, Germany have killed literally millions and millions and millions of Jews. They've laid siege to the whole of Europe. They have destroyed millions and millions and millions of lives. Yeah, in America, going like bomb this little town in Japan.
Well, we were fighting on 2 fronts, bub.
Why not bomb Munich or something? Why not bomb Hitler?
Well,
That's always what I've always wondered.
I wasn't part of that stage, so I can't answer that question.
All right. Well,
They basically
before
gone
we,
like this. They basically America basically been like, man, can't believe it, Europe, man. We got it's so much. What? They bombed Pearl Harbor? No, that's it. No, that is it. You drop that bomb. Drop that bomb, man.
Man, when you
These
walk
stories
outside
are
tonight
getting,
and take a deep breath of fresh air and look up at the
For
moon,
freedom.
just know that there's an American flag up on that moon, baby.
Yeah,
right,
that's
should
true.
we,
Or is there?
There is.
should we
Or
keep
is there?
talking about films before
That's the
people
question.
click off and nah, that
No
was
one
obviously-
listening now.
That was a sound studio. That was obviously a sound studio.
Yeah, 100%. Where's the wind come from? There is no wind, idiot.
Oh my
God, I hate conspiracy theories.
All
I
right,
do
what
hate
do
them.
you
So
right,
hang on,
okay.
I put it through the Just Go Watch calculator.
Oh yeah.
Version.
Yeah. Sorry,
version
mate.
7.
You started going off on a tangent. All I said was
No.
interception was a 1.
Your
All I said was
face-
interception was a 1,
your
and
face is
suddenly
a
you're talking about the US bombing Japan.
No, that's incorrect. You brought up gentleman and warfare thing, and I went from there. Listen, I like to go on a rant every now and then. Listen, I'll give you
I like
permission
to
to
tell
delete
stories.
my earlier rant. No, listen. Firstly, I'll give you permission to delete my earlier rant because I don't feel like it was my best work. But I'll say
that was
this:
awful.
you
That
do
was
like to
awful.
tell stories, and every one of your stories is dreadful. You never have once told a good story. But I still think about that time you spent 15 minutes in the pod talking about some woman who sat next to you in the cinema, just like proceeded to tell me this whole story, and I'm just like, Jesus Christ,
Yeah,
he's going to edit this out surely.
Like
And somehow it made it into
that's-
the pod.
Somehow.
Our listeners and viewers, they want to know the real us, our real life experiences. Anyway, what was the fucking rating of this film?
Yeah, stop
Fucking
talking, man.
hell.
Right here,
We've
it's a
lost
4.8.
control.
Every time we go over an hour, I think, for fuck's sake, someone's going to see that and think, that's the movie. It shouldn't give me anxiety like this now.
You got the fear. Right, it's a 4.8. So the Just Go Watch. Officially, no one's ever actually said this, but being the host and the main man of the Just Go Watch podcast, as I clearly am, I always think if it's a 5 or above, then we'll certify it as you go and watch it. But if it's below that,
what a low bar that is that you've set.
yeah.
agree.
Well, 5 is average. So anything
I
about
think
5 is
a
above
5,
average.
a 5 to 7 is like you could definitely wait on it. Catch it like when it's out and you're.
Well, I never said go see it in the
on
cinema.
your phone.
I never said go see it in
Go
the
see
cinema.
it. If you're gonna go see
Yeah,
it,
not in the
somewhere-
cinema. Not in the cinema necessarily.
Oh yeah, just go round to someone else's house and watch it. Is basically what you mean.
Well, Netflix it. I'm just saying, like, if it's below a 5, can you really say that we recommend someone watch it?
No,
Oh,
obviously.
that's
definitely not. No.
But I would recommend someone watch this. So
I don't know if I would.
MP's rating,
I think, how can you suggest someone to watch a film?
because
that's
MP's
gonna
rating
end-
has rated.
that's gonna
has rated
yeah,
it.
but how can you suggest someone to go watch a film that just go watch a film that they said the thing it ends so poorly?
Yeah, no, because
The
sometimes
madness
the
is
high
setting in.
points.
Over an hour, the
points-
madness
Yeah, it
starts
is.
setting in now. We
Sometimes
still
the
haven't
high
done a Rotten
points
Tomatoes.
to justify the low points. No, and in this case, ultimately, it doesn't
I
justify it enough.
I tried
to
to
make
remember
it a
that
really
with my
good film.
friendship with you.
Oh.
That's the other way around. That is definitely the other way around. You are literally, you have some very, very high points and just but innumerable low points. That is that is you as a friend and as a lover. I imagine.
Whoa.
Oh god, that brings us nicely. Does it onto the Rotten Tomatoes?
I think critics are going to think M. Night has fallen off the wagon here, so I'm going to say 60. I think the audience 73.
I'll go 55 for critics and 64 for audience.
Nah, MP, seriously.
Oh,
Did
did I
that
get it
again? Did he
right?
cheat? Nah, he's cheated. I won't have it.
Man, it's almost like he's like, shit, that was bang on. Let me move it by 1. He
Patch,
knows.
don't give away my
He
secret.
knows. It's 55 on critics and 65 on audience.
Look at
No!
there. Look at
Look.
there.
Now, what's happened earlier is he's been trounced in the budget and the box office, and then he's looked it up, and I won't have it.
My
I
friend
know.
Alexa helped me on that one.
And you shall know him by his ability to spot a cheat. 100%.
Again,
Oh,
my
dear.
integrity is being questioned by the Muad'Dij of all people.
All right,
kind
well,
of.
listen, there you go. What a terrible note to end on. But maybe that works for this film because we started quite well and it's also
Yeah, we
ended
did an M
terribly.
night here at the end.
So yes, if you've listened to this long, once again, Muad'Dij bless you. And please give us 5 stars. If you're listening on Apple Pod, give us 5 stars. I think you
Yes.
can do the same on Spotify. It really, really helps us out.
DM us.
YouTube as well. Give us a like, subscribe, leave a comment. Tell us that we were totally shit. Tell us that we spoke for too long, or tell us that this isn't the fucking movie. Go kill yourselves. Like we don't care. We don't care. Just give us something. All right.
We just love interaction. We just love interaction.
Yeah.
And also,
Yeah, we do.
also, now that we're on YouTube, let me just say this as well to the people that have been with us from the beginning on listening to the pod. That big up to yourselves. Big up to yourselves. Those that have consistently listened to us since the beginning and helped us grow the following. We appreciate you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was almost too nice a thing to say. I'm not really sure it fits with the Just Go Watch pod, but I'll allow it.
Yeah, you got to be nice sometimes.
Yeah, sometimes.
It's like
All right,
you
well,
when you
oh,
go
yeah.
downstairs to the basement and you're like,
I will have to make note of that carbon monoxide trick though, because that
Might come in handy later.
Whoa! Like I always said, to the best of my knowledge. To the best of my knowledge.
Exactly.
Right. Well, that is absolutely fucking it for us now. But listen, watch it. Go watch it. If you're a fan of M Night, maybe. But otherwise, there's only one way that you are going to know what you think of Trap, and that is
Just go watch. It's a trap.